Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Western Cape Minister of Education, Debbie Schafer, has confirmed that schools in the province will reopen today to receive learners. This is despite an announcement by the Department of Basic Education saying schools will open on June the 8th for grade 7 and 12 learners. Schafer says the Western Cape can no longer allow schools to operate in a state of uncertainty. She says the reopening of schools in the province today is in accordance with the Gazette promulgated last week by Motshekga, which stated that schools would reopen on the 1st of June. Vanessa Poonah is in Cape Town for us this morning. Vanessa, what's the situation in terms of schools?
Yes, good morning to you. And I am coming to you from the suburb or township of Bishop Lavis on the Cape Flats. I'm actually standing in front of the John Ramsay High School at the moment. Now this area, the Bishop Lavis area, has for quite some time registered quite a number of issues, specifically at the Bergville Primary School just around the corner. We came to you, we brought you stories from that school about overcrowded classrooms. And today here at John Ramsay, again in the background you'll see quite a number of the teaching staff, as well as a picket protest by members of the community. Some of them saying that they are totally against the reopening of schools as has been announced by the MEC Debbie Schafer. Now you'll know that following yesterday's confusion around whether or not schools would reopen in the country today, the MEC Schafer has then sent out a statement saying that schools in the Western Cape are indeed ready, that the department had spent some 280 million rand on PPEs, etc., and that these have been sent to various schools. Now joining me is Antonio Schmidt. She's a parent here in Bishop Lavis. Antonio, you are part of this picket this morning. Why are you standing here on Bishop Lavis Drive in front of John Ramsay School today?
We feel that our kids is not safe in school. We feel that the schools is overcrowded. So if we live in overcrowded homes, what will happen to our parents, the children's grandparents, if they are the carriers? So it's overcrowded schools, and I feel that it's totally unsafe for the children to go back to schools.
Now, we understand that the MEC for Education has said that all the schools in the Western Cape are ready. In other words, they would have received the sanitizers, they would have received masks, they would have received protective equipment, PPEs for staff, as well, teachers and so on, and yet you still feel that way. What have you learned is the situation at the school behind us?
I've learned that the principal had to buy 25 liters of sanitizer. They only do scanning. There's no really, they didn't do much. So how can our children be safe? As they say, they gave the PPE. Where's the PPE? 2 masks per teacher?
Are you concerned about, I know that you said to me off camera just now, your child does not attend this school specifically. How concerned are you as a parent with the delay in restarting the academic year? Has your child been able to continue with some sort of lesson plans from home?
Yes, he has been doing school online. My child is doing fine on school now. But I feel unsafe. I'd rather have a full report than having a death certificate.
Thank you very much. Of course, one of the parents there, Antonio Schmidt, speaking to us here outside the John Ramsay School. I'm also joined now with Barbara Nivout. She is the deputy chairperson of the school governing body. Barbara, if I can just take you this way for me, let's just maintain our social distancing as well. Barbara, you are the deputy chairperson of the school governing body at John Ramsay. First, tell us in terms of matrics today, how many matriculants are supposed to have reported to school, and how many children do you see here on the premises today?
There was supposed to be 97 matriculants at the school today, but only 24 came to school this morning.
Has any lesson started? Has any induction started in terms of the COVID-19 protocols? What has been taking place at John Ramsay this morning?
No, the induction, the teachers will have an induction with the children now, but the learning have started. They have started with class already, but they will have a meeting now.
Now, Barbara, I understand that there are concerns about the protective clothing for teachers. We understand from a parent just now that she's heard that insufficient PPEs have been given to this specific school. As the school governing body, what is your view? What have you experienced happening at John Ramsay in the weeks leading up to the reopening, at least in the Western Cape of schools today?
I've waited and I wanted to see if there's a team or anyone coming out from the WCED to get the schools ready, but nothing happened. Not until now, nothing happened. The school isn't ready. There's no readiness at the school for the children even to be here at the school because it isn't safe for them.
Are you saying that the department has not sent any PPEs?
No, nothing. Not even the sanitizers. The principal had to buy sanitizer out of his pocket for the school. WCED didn't send anything because they didn't send their teams. So they didn't get the school ready. I don't know why David Schafer said this morning on an interview on Hot 104 just before 7, she said the schools are ready. They sent out teams to all the schools so they know that the schools are ready, but they haven't sent any teams to this school here in Bishop Lavis. So that is a blatant lie that she told this morning on that interview.
Thank you, Barbara Nebo, for speaking to us. Of course, Barbara is the deputy chairperson of the school governing body here at John Ramsay High School, saying that even though the MEC of Education in this province has indicated that all schools are ready and that millions of rands of PPEs have been supplied to the various schools, at least this school year, saying the school governing body and some parents complaining that because of their living conditions, because in areas such as Bishop Lavis, housing is a big problem, backyard dwelling is a big problem, and we do know that in many of these homes quite a number of people are crammed together in small spaces, and some of the people, parents, feeling that they are afraid that if their children do come to school and if they are indeed infected, they bring the virus back home, and of course it will then spread throughout the community like wildfire, especially given, Desiree, if I can tell you, in the light of we now understanding from some of the people that are protesting here that insufficient PPEs have been given to the school.
Vanessa Poonah, thank you so much for that update. Invariably, social and living conditions will affect the decisions about different areas in terms of whether children are going back to school or not.